If you're a purpose-driven man in a committed relationship, listen up. If you're constantly placing the responsibility for your happiness in your relationship, you will always be let down. I know for years, I spent tons and tons of time in my life chasing relationships or things or people as a means to feel happy within. And I put that responsibility on them. I put that purpose in their life as that was their chore to create happiness within me. That was their responsibility to create a feeling that lied within me. And the more I did it, the more relationships I broke. I really broke the relationship with myself because I didn't give myself the opportunity to bring happiness to my own life. And people constantly let me down because I was constantly letting myself down. I was constantly giving myself an opportunity not to be happy because I was chasing other people for happiness. Like, we have this spiritual understanding of attachment. And when you attach your happiness to things outside of you, so like if I say the only way I can be happy if this person is happy with me, the only way I can be happy if this person loves me, only way I can be happy is if I make this amount of money. If I create this attachment level of happiness where I have to have something in order to be happy, I'm already putting the responsibility for my happiness outside of me, number one. I'm also putting the control of my happiness outside of me, number two. And I'm also setting myself up for happiness to be taken away at some level, at some point over time. Because happiness is born within. Happiness is something that we have innately within us. It was born into us. We just lost it along the way. We've lost it on this journey of life. We've lost the opportunity to have happiness because we feel like we have to go find it in the world. We got to go find our happiness. We got to go find somebody who makes us happy. We got to go find this thing that creates happiness within us. And the more we start to pursue the thing that we already have, the further we get away from it. Because we're basically saying that we don't have happiness or the capability for happiness within us. We have to go pursue it out there. And the more distance we put between us and the thing, the further we get away from happiness. Yeah, we can feel that temporary sensation, that dopamine hit of fucking happiness or fulfillment, or, oh, that makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so great. She said she loved me. She said she thought I was handsome. She said blah, blah, blah. She said all this bullshit to us. And we allowed our ego need for validation and approval and acceptance to make us feel good momentarily. But those moments flee. They're just feelings, and feelings are very temporary. And the feeling of happiness versus happiness within, like contentment within, versus the feeling that we're chasing in the world, it flees. So if we chase the feeling of success, we chase the feeling of being loved, we chase the feeling of being accepted, we chase the feeling of being approved of in people, things, and in places, whatever it may be, we are going to constantly be in pursuit of something that's going to move out of our grasp immediately as soon as we touch it. Because as soon as we grab it, we're going to want more of it. And as soon as we have it for that 1 minute, we need 5 minutes. And it's never enough. We get into that sickness of needing more and more and more and more and more. And this all happens because we've attached the responsibility for happiness to people, places, and things outside of us. If we desire to be truly happy, if we desire to be truly content with our own life, we have to find happiness in here. We have to find contentment and peace within here. And we have to really accept ourselves here. Right? There's parts of us that we don't accept when we start to chase acceptance in the world. And so we have to really love and accept the person we are, the good, the bad, the indifferent, the bullshit, the shine, the rainbows and the butterflies, whatever you want to say. You have to learn to accept this man for who he is. Because this man, in his good and his bad, is great as he was born. This man, in his darkness, has a light within him that can move the world around him. But until we accept that, we chase people to validate that within us. And they never can validate something that we don't validate for us. They never can accept something about us that we don't accept within us. They can never create happiness within us if we don't create happiness within us. They can never create peace for us if we don't create peace within us. Nobody can give you the thing that you don't have. And you can't give away the thing that you don't have within. So until you decide I love me, until you decide I respect me, until you decide I trust me, until you decide that I accept me, just know you're never going to be able to give that away to somebody else. And you have to make this decision every day. The world puts in your way a million days and a million places and a million opportunities for you not to love yourself, for you not to accept yourself, for you not to trust yourself, for you not to respect yourself. But you got to choose every minute. You got to choose every second. You got to choose the greatness that lies within. And the more you choose, the more you become that level of happiness. The more you choose, the more you become that level of trust. The more you choose, the more you become that level of acceptance. And when you become it, you no longer seek it. People just bring it to your life and they just sprinkle a little bit on top as just an addition to who you already are.